Hello. I don't know what happened to my main camera. I'm just gonna have to do it without it, I guess, for now. I know you can't see me, but I don't know what to do about it. It just doesn't want to show up now. This is what I get for setting it all up a half hour ahead of time, then hoping it stays set up for a half hour. Anyway, let me get the chat over here where I can see it, and then I'll start building some stuff. Let me fix my chat computer real quick. Where's that plug go? Right over there. Now this thing doesn't want to work. Great. Well, this is a mess. What do you expect? How's everybody doing today? Bear with me while I try to sort this mess out. You got that right, Garth. I mean, I can't get my computer that shows the chat to work. I can't get the camera to work. Let's not. Let me see if I can do anything with this. And let me switch over to this camera for just a minute. Let's see. You guys see me over here? Here is a mess. Look at that. Anyway, I'm gonna build some Apple IIs, Apple IIcs here in a minute. And I had a stream previously where I repaired a whole bunch of them. Some of you might have seen that. And today I'm going to see if I can assemble a few. I've got, I think, enough parts to build 4 of them. And I've also got some new ROMs, so I can do some memory tests on the ones I couldn't do before. So let's see if I can. I got that computer to start, so that's one good step. I don't understand what happened to my other camera though. It's decided that it just doesn't want to work anymore. Let me see if I can trace the USB cable here real quick and then replug it. It is this end one. Okay. So this stream's going to be sort of mellow. This is a task that I needed to take care of anyway, and I figured if I'm going to put together a whole bunch of stuff, might as well stream it. Yeah, you like that studio display, don't you? You can buy it for only $5 million. Let's see, where does this one go? Okay. Maybe my computer doesn't like having so many cameras hooked up. I'm not sure. It's Steve Jobs rare, don't you know? Yeah, my camera over here just decided it doesn't work anymore, I guess. Let me try another camera real quick. Oh wait, I gotta plug this guy in before it dies. Okay. No. Settings. I think somehow that USB extension went bad because I plugged a good camera into it and it still doesn't work. I guess we're just going to do it without that. So I'm going to make the workbench bigger and then we can get started here playing around with some of this stuff. I'm first going to start off with a working 2C, and we'll see if all this stuff works before I start fiddling around. Let me get the chat up on here where I can see you guys though. I'll plug that guy in there. Plug that guy in there. That's the wrong thing. Give me a second. Dude, I don't want to see that. Garth, I'm using multi-window on StreamYard. I haven't had time. I haven't had time to learn how to use OBS yet. So see if this thing works. It's showing up on my screen, but it's not showing up. Oh, there it goes. You guys see that? Apple IIc check disk drive. Let me get a floppy and we'll make sure this machine boots. How about this? Well, there it goes. Hey, Vintage Hillbilly, how's it going? Hey, Alex. Hey, Garth. Okay, so you guys can see and hear that. So that means this works, and we can use that power cord and video out for testing some of this other junk real quick. I'm gonna, as I build these, I'm gonna check the ROM version and then run a RAM test before I install a before I install a motherboard into a machine. I want to make sure that it works. So I've got some computer stuff set aside here. Let's see. Got a first one. I wrote good on it. I don't remember what version of ROM this is, so we'll find out here in a sec. So let's plug the power in, video in. And to test the IIc, you got to have a keyboard in, or else it'll just do weird things. Let me get something to put here as a... it's too thick. Can use some Apple stickers as a buffer. Okay, so this one gives me an error right off the bat. This might be the one that needed its RAM fixed. All right. What is that? Random screw. That's weird. Okay, let me set this board aside. I don't want to do troubleshooting right at this moment. I'll do that later. I got this one. But I also wrote good, and it already has a ROM 4 in it, so this is probably a good candidate to assemble. Make sure it's off. And then keyboard. This one's already got a bottom case on it. That starts up, but I didn't hear any sound. Huh. No sound. Is the speaker plugged in? Well, that's not fun. Something wrong with the sound on this one. I don't know why I wrote good on it, because obviously that's not good. The volume knob seems a little wobbly, but so does the other one. So, I'm not really sure what the deal is. Pointing the back of the machine at the overhead. Sure, give me a sec. Just trying to run a self-test here real quick. Maybe the speaker's bad. Let me try this other speaker. See you, Garth. Have fun. Alright, this test's fine. And it beeped when I... Wow, that's weird. Now the sound works magically? How does that happen? Oh, I think this volume knob is screwed up. Let's try some Deoxit. It's the magic juice. No. Okay, well, this is going to need to be worked on. I'll do that in a minute. You wanted to see the back? It's just, let me put it that way. It's a power DB, what is that, a DIN 5 serial. There's a DB19 floppy, composite video, and then there's the weird 2C video. It's a DB15, not the same as a Who GS or a Mac. Another DIN 5 serial, and then a DB9 mouse joystick port. I'm not sure what's the deal with the audio in here. It did work a little bit, and then I wiggled the volume around, and it just stops working. So either the volume knob's bad or something else is screwy. I'm going to set this aside. I want to build one to start with, and then we'll worry about fixing this other junk. Let me put a note on it that says what the deal is with it. I got a piece of paper around here someplace, I think. And a pen. All right, so we'll put bad sound. Stick that on there so that I remember. Put it right here next to the sound. All right, we'll move on to the next one for now. Here's another one. that I also wrote good on. Let's lose the shielding and plug in the speaker. Well, that one booted fine. I had it without the keyboard, is why it did all the colors. Okay, put a speaker on that. I'll put power, video, and we'll plug in this keyboard. Stick some junk in here to shield it. This one seems to work. Beeps fine. Yeah, the volume feels just as wobbly as the other one, so. Okay, let me run a or let me see what version of ROM this has. Oh, goody. I'm in Dvorak mode. There we go. Oops. 7. Okay, so this has got a ROM 255 in it, which is no good for me, because you can't run self-test, you can't run 3.5-inch floppy, you can't do a bunch of other stuff. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to upgrade the ROM. And the way you do that is you burn a new ROM and you swap this chip right here out. Let's see. Now we got a new 4X ROM. And make sure we're off. And then we just pry the ROM out. It's the one at the front right next to the speaker that says copyright Microsoft, copyright Apple. So we can throw that over there because we're never going to need that again. And put this chip right in here. And now when I turn it on, I can run the same test, and instead of it saying 255, it should say 4. Hold on. Did I do something wrong? Oh, I forgot. I'm an idiot. When you go from a 255 to a 4, you got to do a little soldering. So we'll have to take care of that real quick. Let me turn my soldering iron on. Let's get rid of these for a minute. Get rid of that. We don't want power while we're doing this, or a speaker. So there's, I think I've gone over this before, but there's two things you got to modify on here to upgrade the ROM. One is there's W1 here, you got to cut it, and W2 here, you got to bridge it. And that's because the original ROM was half the size. So they put jumpers here so that they could accommodate larger ROMs later on, which is what every other ROM is double the size. I think it's 256 and 512 or 128 and 256, something like that. Yeah, VHS, there's, I don't know if you could see, it's kind of small here, but it's like a little bow tie, and you have to cut it. Let me find something I can cut that with reliably. I forgot I was going to have to do this, so let's see what tools I have available. I think I need a knife. Let's try this. And I'll go right in here. I know this looks sort of overkill for what I'm doing, but see if I got that enough. Take out your Kai Wheats. Put it on the correct mode. Let's see if I got that. I didn't get it. I need something different to cut that. Yeah, that's enough of that. Come on, go in the right mode. Okay, that's cut. Make sure I didn't cut this too. Okay, good. Yeah, scalpel would be great. I don't have one, but Kai Wheats is a breakfast cereal. Did you guys see Ron's picture of his Kai Wheats? Totally legit meter that he says he got. Let's see if this thing's hot yet. Oops, knocking stuff over. Yeah, that's hot. So let me just put a little Globo Flux on here. A crappy little pen. And we'll see if we can just bridge this guy. Come on, cooperate. It doesn't want to melt. Maybe it's not hot enough yet. There we go. It's not pretty, but it should be enough. All right. So now that that's in, let me repower. Probably can't see half of this, but I don't want to move the mat right now. Okay. Now it boots. What's up with the sound? I don't have sound. Oh, I don't have a speaker. Never mind. I'm a dumbass. Okay. So print. Wow, I was back in Dvorak mode. I keep bumping that thing. Print peak 64447 is what you use to see the ROM version, and now it says 4. So what's cool about this is you get the Kai Wheats out of the way. You can something yucky on the bottom there. I have to clean that off before I put it back together. What's cool about this is you can do a whole bunch of stuff with a boot menu that's not available on a stock machine. So if I turn this off and I hold the right Apple key, I get a menu. And that lets me do, I go to the monitor, I can do a reboot, I can do if I have a RAM disk, like a add-on RAM card, I can zero that out. I can run the diagnostics, like basically the built-in ones, but you can get there easier. And then I can run a RAM card test, and then I can tell it which port I want to boot from. I'm going to run the regular old diagnostics once, just to see that all the RAM's good. This should be fine. This has got Japanese Oki RAM chips on it, which are really good quality. They almost never fail. There's a piece of crud on there. Hey Jay, how you going? How you doing? See you later. So, get rid of this knife, which is wasn't helpful anyway. And I don't even know how this thing works. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of the scissors. So I'm going to go ahead and build one of these. So what that means is that I need to choose a case. And since this one's got a ROM 4, it's got the good Japanese RAM, I think I'm going to try to pick it a nice case. And we've got a lot to choose from here. I've got 1.5. Got 2, 3. Where's the other half of that one? I've got this one too. And I gotta make sure the tops and the bottoms are similar in color. This one really doesn't match up. Probably needs more Retro Bright. This one looks pretty good. Still has the numbering on the bottom, or the labeling. Sometimes it's missing, or it's washed out or screwed up. The colors here match pretty good. It needs a good back case, so let's see if this one looks good with it. Might be a little too bright. No, I don't like that one either. Is there another one over here? No. Those already have one. Okay, so this is probably good. All right. And then we can put that with that, and then we're gonna need a handle. And I don't have all these clean yet. So this one looks pretty good. And then we need a keyboard, and I think I can just use the one that I've been using. This is a nice Alps keyboard. And the last thing we're going to need is a floppy drive, and I've got 4 of them sitting over here. And this one looks nice. I got that. So I'll go over back to my workbench. I've got a little bucket of screws here for the motherboard. And we'll go ahead and turn this guy off. And we'll put together a 2C. Okay. Put that out of the way. Put that out of the way for the moment. And then what you need to start with is the bottom. And the motherboard. Put the floppy drive over here. Now this internal power supply, you can probably get away with not taking it off of here. The problem is sometimes it's hard to get this board into the machine with it on there, but I'm going to go ahead and try because that one's stubborn. So you're going to put the volume control and the headphone jack in first, and then everything else should sort of line up. And then you need a screwdriver. Let's see if this screwdriver is any good for this. Dump out my little container of parts. Now there's these 2 metal, I don't know what they are, little grounding globby things. These sit here and here. It's basically the two disk drive posts that have a big ground plane around them, and that transfers ground from the motherboard to the floppy drive and back. Let's see if this is the right size tip. That's a little big. VHS, I think I've got enough for 4, but the thing is, if the one with the sound, I don't know if I'm going to have time to mess around with that today. My goal was to get some of these built because I want to be able to sell a couple and give away a couple. And I also need the space around here. These have been sitting on the floor for like a month. I don't think this screwdriver tip's going to work. Let me just use the old-fashioned guy. So there's a whole bunch of screws on these. The 2C Plus, they did it right. The thing just clips in. I think there's like 2 screws in that whole machine, maybe 6, because if you can count the floppy drive. Let's see how many we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get in there. And 9 on the motherboard. And then the little internal power supply block has 2 of its own. And there's one there, which is 10 screws so far. And then there's one here, which is 11 screws so far. Next, we can put the back case on. I like to do that next. Well, yeah, I can put that on now. Make sure that fits. That seems fine. It just clips on. The top lid will actually be what holds that. And I think there's a tab busted on that, so we'll deal with that. Floppy drive goes in. That one's really easy from this side. You just plug the cord in and then get the feet to sit in their little spots. And peel the good sticker off so the next person that gets in this machine doesn't think I'm crazy. And then it's time for a keyboard. That plugs into, oh actually, you know what, before the keyboard I gotta do the speaker. And since I took the speaker out for retro writing, it's a little bit of a pain to put back in. You've gotta get it into these 3 little tabs, and then you gotta bend the crap out of it to make it pop in. And don't bust the speaker while you're doing it. The paper on the speaker. Almost. No, it popped out. This is really probably the hardest part about putting the thing back together is the speaker. It doesn't want to go in. Everybody still there? Am I boring you yet? Okay. Let me try the smaller screwdriver. Okay. Get in my belly. Don't have any leverage. I don't usually do this on this table. I'm going to have to move this and do this another way. Come off of there. Okay, maybe I can see better now. Dude. The thing is, when they put these speakers in originally, they melt them in. They set it there and then they melt two of the tabs so that it holds it. It really was never designed to come out. But I don't like to retrobrite and leave that in, because then you wreck the speaker, which I'm probably going to end up doing if I keep prying on this like this. Let's see if I can think of a different way real quick. Maybe a different screwdriver would work. Maybe I can use the chip puller. It might fit in there a little better. Yeah. Nice click. Okay. It's not going anywhere. Make sure you plug the speaker in. There's so many times I've put the whole thing back together, then realized I didn't plug in the damn speaker. Make sure it's out of the way. And now I could put the keyboard in. And the keyboard plugs into the IDC port, and then this corner here by the switches slides into the slot on the floppy drive, and then you just have to line up these holes here in the front, and then that's all pretty much set. I think I'll put this on with the top since it's cracked. So to put this part together, you gotta make sure your handle's in. It's another thing I've left off before and then had to take it back apart. And I think I'm gonna put the back onto the top first. This just has a bunch of little tabs that line up. And then there's this little latch at the front by the keyboard. A lot of people try to open it from here. You'll find scrape marks there because people do it wrong. You should always open it from the back. If you open it from the front, you're probably going to break this tab off and you're going to leave a bunch of scratch marks on the machine. But when you're putting it back together, make sure you put this tab into the front first. That holds the whole front on. And then you can lift the machine up, make sure the handle doesn't fall out like I was just trying to do there. And then gently get all this over the ports. If it pops up a little, it's not a big deal because you can always plug it right back in. Make sure the left and the right are in their little tabs. And then you're assembled. So the only thing left now is the screws on the bottom. And I got to see if I can remember what I did with my packs of screws for the bottom. Give me a minute. I think, oh, these are some right here. If you've done this for a while, you get to know what's what. Let's see, that's a bottom screw, that's a bottom screw. So there's 4 of those, usually. 2 of these. That's not, those don't match. 2 of these. And then 4 of these for the floppy drive. Now if you ever don't have these screws, I did figure out which modern screws you can buy. They don't look exactly the same, but they fit. And I got tons of packs of them for when I was trying to rebuild a whole bunch of stuff. So if you need that, send me a message and I'll tell you what you need. But so these 4 sort of wood-looking screws go in the 4 holes near the front to hold the front of the case on. The two little short sort of cabinetry screws go by the handle. Sometimes they'll be the same screws as these ones up here, but most of the time they're these shorter ones. I think they figured out the screws were a little bit too long. And then these 4 machine screws go in to the floppy drive and hold it in place. So this is just a matter of, that's too big. Just a matter of screwing all these in now. There's no real order to it. I mean, the machine's basically together. This is just holding it together. When you screw into this old plastic, you really want to make sure that you sort of back it off first. Like you go to the left a little bit till it clicks, and then screw in. That way you're using the same indents that were made by the screw the first time it went in, and you're not making a whole new thing and weakening that post. I've had not very many 2Cs that have broken off posts since they're really well built, but I have seen them. And I've also seen a lot of these with the wrong screws. They've used like big screws or whatever they had laying around, and then they ruin the screw hole. And that applies mostly to those 4 in the front because they're plastic, completely plastic. These 2 in the back have little metal clips, so they're a little bit better. And then the 4 floppy drive screws are machine screws. So and these are bigger heads, so I like to change to the bigger tip. So the other thing this machine needs is some new feet. I don't know if I have those handy, but I mean, you've seen somebody stick rubber on a piece of plastic before. That'll be something I have to do before this goes up for sale. Okay. So the last thing to do is test it. We'll plug it into video, if I can see, and power. Excuse me. And we'll take that same floppy disk, put it in there, and then let's see if it sounded weird. And we'll boot her up. So this is working, which is great. I put a sticker on it so I remember. And like that, because I'm going to peel it off fairly soon. And that's enough of that program. So that's good. Let's take a look at another one. And if I don't have any more that are good, then we'll look at those ones that have a couple problems. Let's see. There's one more over here. And this one says good, but it also has no ROM. So maybe I didn't have enough ROMs when we were working on this one. Let me hook up a speaker. Let me give it a ROM. And we need oh crap, drop something. Apple logo. Got a couple cases that don't have the logo on it. That's probably what this is from. And then internal power. And let's plug in. Oh, the speaker works. That was switched on when I plugged it in. And video. Now I need a keyboard. What kind of RAM does this have? MT. So this doesn't deserve a real keyboard. Let's give it one of these. This is cheaper. I'm sure you can hear the difference. This is Alps, like a original Mac extended or 2GS keyboard. This is Apple's Cost Cut, whatever. Now this used to have a big rubber membrane in it, and I took it out because it just makes the whole thing squishy and gross. So this works, and I've cleaned all the switches with the Oxit. It's just not as nice. So, and you can tell the blue connector goes with the blue connector here because these were both from the same era. Let me put, well actually this has plastic on it, so it'll be fine. So if I turn this on, it starts, sound works. Oop, I need caps lock on. It's hard to type when the whole keyboard is moving. Oh, and I do have a bad key here. I thought this was tested. Of course it's broken. I don't know if I have another crappy keyboard left. I'm gonna have to wait for MacFX to ship their replacements. Let me put some deoxit in this key. See what that does. Oh wow, it just doesn't work. That sucks. Is the solder joint good? Looks fine. Piece of crap. Get some more of this. I had all these tested before, so either I missed this N key being broke or it just failed since I tested, which is not uncommon with these garbage non-Alps keyboards. Let's see what we get. I'm just going to press it a million times. All right, let's see what that does. Oh, it still doesn't work. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. See if I have another keyboard. That's a 2C plus. That's not going to work. A good lid and a bottom, but no keyboard. I know I had one more. What's over here? Ah. Here's one, but you're not going to like it. It's going to take a minute. What's this? This keyboard might work, but it has no keys. That's always fun. I'll give it a try. Well, the N key works on this one. I don't know if I want to swap all that. I think it's easier just to put new keys on another one. It's going to take a minute. So I hope you all have some time to be bored. Let's put this here. And put this bowl of keys here. And see if we can build a keyboard. Gotta find a space bar. Where is that hiding at? Somewhere over here. Where are you? I had them right here. Where did I put you? That's Mac parts. I don't see them. Darn it. Found another 2C keyboard, or motherboard though. I don't know where I put the spares. Let me just steal it from this. Okay. That's my junk keyboard. So this is the hardest part of putting together the 2C keyboard, is this goofy space bar. You gotta get like 5 things all lined up at the same time. And you should really do it first, because otherwise there's no room to fit that guy in there. Anyway, now that's done, we can start putting keys on. Should just take a few minutes. Let's see what we got here. Left arrow. Wish I could speed this part up, but this is part of the process of putting this junk together. Let's see, is that left bracket or right bracket? It's a left bracket. There's more than one keyboard worth of keys in here too, so I might pick a duplicate here or there. Shift, I got one of those. There's a 2. Wish I could get this to be less wobbly. That's better. H. Goes somewhere in there. I'll wait a minute. Tab. There's a Z or a Z for you in Canada. Got an L, which is 1, 2, 3 left to return. Which means H is 1, 2, 3 left of that. Spacebar bail. I already have that arrow key. I already have that. There's a U, which goes right there. Comma. C. Here's the elusive caps lock key. That seems to work okay. I picked another caps lock. Here's a J, and a B, CVB, and we have an L. That's a 9. Where does that go? U89. And I picked another 9. What are the chances of that? Huh. Is this the right type of switch for this? Let's see. Yeah. Here's the open Apple key. And I already have a B. I already have a W. I keep picking the same keys over and over again. Here's the right bracket. Here's another one of the weird angle switches. Here's an E. Here's an escape. Here's an M. A 5, 3, 4, 5. K. Quotes. It's a shift. Looks kind of warped. So 1, 7, U, I already have a U. Y goes right here. Y, U, yeah. Here's the Q. If you have any conspiracies about it, it's right there. And then ASD. Colon, semicolon goes right there. Got a tilde. Oh, I already got that. Here's the 8. A little more than halfway done. Here's a P. Goes right there. VHS, what kind of PCBs? Build me a PCB for a 2E keyboard. That's what I need. I found the delete key. And there's an A. And which arrow is that? It's the left again. Oh wait, here's a corner key. I got up arrow. It's like doing a puzzle when you have too many of the same pieces. N, there we go. N, M. Got a plus equals. There's a period, right greater than sign. Here's a 0. Come on, give me keys I don't have. There's a 3. Already have a 2. Here's the dash key. And right arrow key. No, already got it. Control key. Surprised I haven't run across that before. Which one is that? Right arrow, down arrow. There we go. Now I got all the arrow keys. And I spy this closed apple key. I'm about 10 keys away. No, I already have that. What else we got? I got the return key. I got that. That's what, L? I already have that. Here's the 4. I already have that. I already have it. I already have it. F. There we go. There's a key I don't have. Already got that. Let me pull some of these out of here. That way I can look through them quicker. We got there 9. No. 3. No. Underscore no. J. Alright, got it. Oh, here's one I don't have, the backslash key. Escape I already got. Colon I already got. There's a 6. And I already have that. Question mark. There we go. / and question mark. Already got quotes and already found the 6. Well, let's. What am I looking for? S, R, T, G, and V. Something like that. Nope. And there's a V. Nope. Nope. Here's the G. Here's the T. I think I already have that. I think I need still is letters. There's an O. I already have a D. I already have an L. I already have an apple. I already have these. G. I already have it now. Okay, let's pull from this side. I got one of those. Got one of those. Here's R. So all I need now is a S and an I. 2 SI. I just found the S. I just need an I, like an iPhone. No, 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 no. Oh, there it is. I. Okay, let's lose this keyboard. Somehow I lost its caps lock while I was doing all that. How'd that happen? Weird. I'll put it in there in the junk pile. And the only key I didn't put on here was the reset, which I have right there. Let's give this one a try. Caps lock on, print, peak, 64447, ROM 4. If I turn it back off, hold down closed Apple, I get my little ROM menu, which is sweet, and run diag on it. And while that's happening, I'm gonna get the case set up for this guy. This one's got engraving on it. What does this one look like that it was with? Pretty good, pretty good. got writing on the, or it's got a label on the bottom from Sun Remarketing, but whatever, that's fine. And the self-test passed, so that's also a bonus. So let's see if we can put this guy together. And for this one, I've actually got the shield, which is unusual. Usually they're missing, or they're rusted, or they're screwed up somehow, but we'll go ahead and leave that in. I need a handle. This one will work. And we're gonna have to glue an Apple logo in. So that'll be fun. So let's put this aside and pull the power. Come on. There you go. Pull the keyboard. And let's do the speaker before everything else is in there already in the way. See if I can do it the way I did that other one. Put that like that. Yeah, that's easy. Now I figured out my new method of doing that. Okay. Next is motherboard. There's only 2 of you watching now, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this for, because it's kind of getting annoying. Hopefully some more people will watch this later and watch me struggle with all this junk. So that's in. Put the board in. Is that flush? Yeah. All right, cool. So all this stuff can go over here. I need another bucket of screws. I don't know why this screw's here. It doesn't go with any of this. It's another internal 2C pack. Yeah, I don't know if I lost connection for a minute or what happened, because my chat thing here is saying I was offline. So I don't know what happened. So if anybody's still out there, I see VHS is responding. That's fine. I gotta do this work anyway, so I'm gonna finish building this one. If you have any questions, you let me know. I'm gonna put these 11 screws in. Probably should have left the other one open until I figured out if I had more spare RF shields. Oh well. Anyway, this one is the one that's got 16 MT RAM chips in it that all pass. On the other hand, they're much later than most of the ones that fail. The ones that fail always seem to be from like 83, 84. These actually say 86. So this must be really late, like near the end of the run for this revision of motherboard. It's got all this empty stuff here because they've consolidated a lot of stuff. They left all the stuff on the board for it, but it's not there anymore. Let's see, where's that other screw go? Right there. This one goes next to the power switch. You want to make sure that it's good and solid, or else you can bust your board trying to do your power switch. We've got one more board screw, and then the 2 power supply screws. Oh, it doesn't want to go in. There it goes. And I might just call it at 2 machines today. I don't know how much soldering I want to do live. If it's something I know how to do already, yeah, but if it's troubleshooting stuff, I don't know if I can be like Steve and just tinker with it for an hour. Also, I got to get something to drink. Oh, I got some water here. Cool. Okay. Am I done with screws? Yeah, all the screws are in. Need to get a floppy drive. This should be fine. It's an Alps. It's a later one too. It's still made in Japan, so it's still good. Plug that guy in there. Set him on his thingy. Take the keyboard we just built. Plug that in. Let me take this sticker out of here so people don't think I'm a nut. That notches into the floppy. And then I put the top on. Put the handle. Put the front notch. And then make that back cover up those ports. Keep the hair out. I don't know where that came from. And this one, I took off the Apple logo when I retrobrited it, and I haven't put it back on yet. So let's take care of that while we're here. Let's see, do I have some glue? This should work. Is there any glue left in here? Or is it glued shut? Let's see. I think this might be done, yeah. I have a new one. Let me throw this away before I try to use it again. Okay, that's gone. Where is the new glue? Is it hiding back there? No. Come on. Glue, please. I don't see it. Here's another one. Is there glue in that still, or is that dead? Just need a little tiny dab. Let's see if there's enough in there. Oh, I think it's glued shut. Come on. You gonna give me some glue? No, I think this one dried up. Let's see. Come on. I think it's dead too. Damn it. I know I had a new one. What did I do with it? No, this just won't come out of there. I think the little opening glued itself shut. Ah, sucks. Where is my glue? I give you money for glue. Going over there. Wrong kind of glue. That would ruin it. I'm going to wander around the room a minute and see if I can find where I left the right kind of glue. I know I bought more. I'd really like to put that logo back on. I don't know where where I could have put it though. I usually put all that on the workbench. Oh yeah, what about that little box of stuff? I have a bunch of crap in this little box. Let's see. 2 meg Sims, 1 meg Sims, 0 meg Sims. What is that? Oh, look, a brand new floppy emu. I guess I should probably stop buying those. Got some Rifa caps, Mac 128 analog board recap kit, Apple IIe power supply recap kit, and another one of those. Trash, empty bag. Yeah, that's not any of the stuff I need right now. Didn't even realize I had another floppy emu. Okay, put that back there. Okay, I'm gonna put the mic down for a minute and see if I left the new glue upstairs. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just gonna mute it. Give me All right, I'm back. Anybody still here? Anyway, I didn't find the glue. I found UV, whatever you call it, solder mask. And I found a laser, or LED, UV laser, whatever, and some shrink wick tubing, or heat shrink tubing. Say that 10 times fast. So I don't know how I'm going to glue this Apple logo back on. I guess I'm probably not going to do it right now. This glue is junk. Take one more look in this pile of crap. I think I can temporarily put it on one of these. Kind of sucks, but whatever. This is a thing you've probably seen when you were a kid. It's a glue stick. Put a whole bunch of that on there. And squish that under there. Put some pressure on it for a minute. And it probably won't stay, but let's just try it anyway. Is that going to work? Surprisingly, seems okay. All right, cool. I'm going to double check all these before I send them to anybody. If that logo falls off, I've got more, but it seems a little wobbly, but I don't know. Anyway, got to put the screws in this guy. See if I got enough here. I got one there. One there. One here. And one here. Let's put these in. Remember, when you put these in, back them up before you drive them in. And I don't know about two-sided tape though. There's not a lot of clearance there. It's basically form-fitted to hold that Apple logo, and if I put tape in, it sits a little proud. I probably have some, but I have to go search for that too. So I thought I had the glue here ready to go, and I guess I set it aside, and now it's just wherever it is. You put these screws in this, and then that's the case, and then we just need to put the floppy drive in. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. I do have enough screws here, I think, for one more, but oh yeah, there's a pile over there. Let me, before I forget, let me gather those up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Yeah, cool. And the little thingies. This is good for the next one. Put the floppy drive screws in. As soon as I get this in here, we can test this unit out, and I can put a note on it. Yeah. And last screw. This is one of the 2C cases I bought off of eBay. Well, it wasn't a case, it was a broken 2C, but I bought it so I could have the case, and it looks pretty good. I retrobrighted it lightly. It's not perfect, but let's go ahead and power her up and see what happens. Can put a floppy in. Sounds good. Put a sticker on it. Is that going to load? I really want a different floppy disk because this one takes forever to load up. Yeah. Let's not do that again. Let's try this one. Okay, 1983. Oh, let's see if I can type. What's on here? Oh, I got brick out on this guy. Let me see something real quick. I don't even know if a 2C can use paddles. Let's try real quick. This cord is yucky. I got these old paddles that are marketed for the 2E, but they should work on a 2C. Let's see. Let's see. It's called Brick Out. It's Applesoft. Let's try to run that. Not found. Thought I saw it on there. Oh, it's got a space in it. Tricky. This is slow. Come on. Steve Wozniak. Brick Out. Ah, it's a board game, huh? Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This needs some deoxit, maybe. It's working now. Oh. This is exciting. This is why you come to my channel, is to watch me play this crappy game. Oh, okay, that's enough of that. It's kind of cool to know that the paddles work. I don't think this disc has my test program on it. That's fine. Okay, done with that. So this guy's good. What I can do is test this next board before I give up for the day. Put these guys over here and grab this other board. I know this one says replace RAM. That one we're not doing today. And there was one more thought. No? Is it just the one with the volume? I guess we can mess with that. Let me put this guy away. And I'll get this back to here. All right, so this one's good. Let's go back to this goofy sound one. I'm gonna have to take it out of the shell. Color 2C monitor. The only difference between a 2C color monitor and a 2E color monitor is the shell. There's a screw. Turn this around. Oops. What time is it? It's almost 5. Probably have to stop fairly soon. It's gonna be dinner coming up, and I'm getting hungry. It's just everything that I missed one right there. And put that over there. Is this gonna come out? No, these never want to come out. Come on. Watch out for the speaker. Okay. There we go. That one's still got its shield too. All right, I'll put that behind me. Let's take a look at the bottom of this to see if there's something screwy with this volume. I've seen better solder joints than that. Let me play with that for a minute. Need a little bit of more solder. What brand of RAM? This has Texas Instruments from '84. It's an older board. Just touch the solder up here a little bit. I know I don't have a fancy zoom in like Steve has or a microscope, so I'm sorry if you can't see very well. My other camera that's not working was a little closer, but okay, let me try that. And I'm going to put deoxidin from the bottom. And then roll it about 9 million times. Well, that's what I'm doing. The thing is, you can't take this knob apart without destroying it the way it's built. I've tried. It just does not like it. It's welded. The plastic's welded inside. So if the volume knob is dead, the only real solution is to steal a volume knob from somewhere else. And as far as I know, I've already liberated all the extra volume knobs from the parts boards I have got. It's a common failure. One thing you can do is just bypass the volume knob and just have it play everything at full volume, kind of like a 2E. Leave the dead knob in there just so it fills the hole. I really don't like doing that though. Alright, so let's see if this does anything better. Just want to see if it beeps. Let's see. That's all the way up right there. Hey, it beeped. What if I turn the knob? Okay, that's max. This is the medium. That's low. That seems to have done the trick. Sweet. So why don't I go ahead and peel this sticker off of here that says bad sound. And I want to use one of these mask ROMs instead of this one in here that's an EEPROM. Since this machine's going to go away and I'd rather keep the EEPROM. Alright, you can go live over there. You can come in there. Let's see if that works. Yep, okay. And then, if we're going to build another one, this one has got the nice RAM in it, so I think it deserves a nice keyboard. I've got this guy right here, which is another, it's another Alps keyboard. I just need to put a space bar on it, if I can figure out where I left it. Give me a minute. I took the space bar off to check something, and then I didn't put it back. Got it. These are a pain to put on just like the other ones. So give me a moment here to finagle this guy back in. You gotta put these two metal bar things into these tabs while you're putting this round thing in this hole while you're also plugging the key switch in. And it's a pain in the butt. I might have to do this off camera. Or not. Which way do you go? You go that way. Alright. So if I put this like that, then I move you in. Is this a good way to do this? I've always been trying to find a method that isn't too difficult. Okay, get in there. Yeah, look at that. It's easier than the last time. Okay, cool. Let me plug this guy in and put my shield here. Oh wait, I want to hold down that. There we go. Got wow, that is looking weird. Why does it look weird like that? Let me turn that back off. There we go, that's better. Oh, anything going on here? Oh, hey Rudy, how you doing? Didn't see you come in. Anyway, if you're curious what you missed, is I put together 2 Apple IIc's after some finagling. This one had bad sound, and I resoldered the volume knob and then squirted a crap ton of deoxit in it, and seems to be working okay. I'm going to run diagnostics on it here, and I actually have to step away from the stream for just a moment. So if you guys can hang out and chat with each other for a minute, I'd appreciate it. If you got to run, that's cool. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. I don't know if anybody's still here. There's a couple of people. Anyway, my wife went to the store and got beers, so I'm going to have this beer while I finish the last one. And I have one more thing after that I might work on. I don't know if anybody's going to still be hanging around, but we'll see. This keyboard's a little dirty, but it's not the end of the world. That looks good. Let's go ahead and put this guy together. Get rid of the shield. Pull the keyboard, pull the speaker, pull the power, and the video. And I need to put that speaker into the shell. Let's see, is that shell any good? That looks pretty nice. Not perfect, but what do you want for nothing? It's already got a thingy in it. Let's see if this top case matches up pretty good. Yeah, that'll do. All right, let me put the speaker back in this. Oh, this one has a speaker in it. Yay. So I don't have to do that part. Let me put the workbench back in the front. Hey, Rudy. Okay. So we can put the motherboard back in the case. Let's see if I can do this without taking that off. That was easy. Let me wipe that where I put deoxit. It's a little yucky. All right, that's good. Speaker in. And got another pack of screws here. Let's put these doohickeys in before I forget. And we got to put 11 screws in this guy. Messed up 2C keyboard. Is it an Alps or is it one of these spring leaf, whatever they call them, junkers? If it's an Alps, then it's worth figuring it out. It's one of the other crappy ones. I don't know if I'd bother. You can buy replacement keyboards now from MacFX. I got a couple of these machines I'm holding back for that don't have keyboards. Then I'll probably use those on. I got one that's got a really ugly case, so I'm going to paint black because I ordered a black keyboard to go with it. Let's see, I got do the back ones. Junkers, yeah. I really don't like those keyboards. I almost don't even like selling a computer with one in it, but on the other hand, if it's an original, early, whatever, it's technically correct, so if it works, I'll do it. For myself, I'm only going to keep the Alps or the MacFX ones. Let's see. Missed the screw by the speaker thingy. And I missed one more. Where is it? Oh, the one by the power switch. Yeah, he's got beige or platinum and the black one, and then there's also a clear one. He had a deal if you ordered a 3-pack of one of each, so that's what I ordered. I figured I'd use the platinum one in my nicer unit, make the crummy looking one into a black one, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the clear one, but I just thought it was neat, so I went ahead and got it. All right, so I got to put a floppy drive in here. Let me grab one of those. This one looks good. Plug her in. Yeah, that's right. All right. And then keyboard. I just want to plug it in real quick before I continue because I want to make sure that that speaker still works after screwing around with this. Yep, let's try the volume knob. Yep, all good, sweet. I love it when stuff's easy to fix. All right, so I'm gonna put that there. And what's the cleanest handle I got? Looks like this one. And then I need the top case. Put the latch at the front. Come on. You know you want to go in. Something's not lining up here. Am I missing something? Oh, that's right. There's a slight change in these lids that I forgot about. If you use an Alps keyboard, this little nub here can't be here because that holds down the crummy keyboard. So let's see if this case matches up pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll use this top case instead. It's got a little bit of engraving on it, but it's really not that noticeable. Let's see if this fits. Come on. Get in. There you go. Okay. Put this guy there. Oh, you can't see that probably. All right, let me put the screws in if I have enough. I know I've got 4 of these. And I know I've got 4 of these. But I don't know if I have the other 2 screws. I'm running short on screws right here. Nope, I'll have to find some. Anyway, this is enough to reassemble it and test it. Let's do these first. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The top and bottom of this are just a hair different colors, but what do you want for basically what was junk? Screw the floppy drive in. 1, 2, and 3. Well, I've got a spare keyboard here that's got a busted N key that we found early in the stream. I do have a parts keyboard. I'm going to see if I can resolder that one switch later. I'm not going to do that today. All right, so this is back together. I'm going to find the real glue before I glue an Apple logo on this one. And it's also got residue from the old glue, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. Get this speaker out of the way. Let's plug it in one more time and make sure it's good. I can put this sample disc in. See if there's something on here we could run that would test it out. Looking for a Z80 card. I have no Z80 cards for the 2C. I have a memory card. I have a memory and clock card, but no Z80 card. I have Z80 cards for the 2E and 2 Plus. Apple Vision. We should run Apple Vision. It's an integer program. It's an oldie but a goodie. Press return to begin. This is fast. This is so hokey. Hey VHS, if I was you, if you don't have a working floppy drive, just find a busted one, don't hook it up, and then connect to floppy emu instead, because you really don't need a floppy drive, because you can just download everything and put it on your floppy emu. Okay, I'm going to call this one fixed. So that, including the one I did off camera before the stream, that's 4. Then there's one more thing I want to work on, and I don't know if anybody wants to watch, but I need to put some RAM sockets into a 2E board, and I haven't gone around to it, and it's sitting right here, and I should probably see if I can take care of that. It's got someone else's work done on it, and almost all of these holes are blocked. So let me see if I can work on this. Where's my desoldering iron? Oh, gimme. Oh, it's all got junk in the way. All right, got 4 2Cs. Get out of the way. There's a 14-inch monitor sitting on top of it. It's not good. Why won't your floppy emu work on your 2GS? It should. That's working, I think. I'm going to see if I can clear the holes on this at least. I'm using the screen as a guide to see which ones need clearing. Yeah, this desoldering iron is awesome. Bottom 3. Wow, it's just like perfect. Let's see, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Wow, totally clear. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, that's clear. And then I got 4, 7, and 8 on that. One, 2, 5, 7, 8 on that row. There's some flux on here that's igniting. Those are clear. Then we got 4 and 6 on that row. And basically that whole row. Nope. Oh, that didn't go. Oh yeah, sorry. I like the big blue screen though. You don't like that? There you go. Sorry guys. And then 3 through 6 on that. Didn't like that. Oh, come on. Okay, that's pretty good. Those are empty. Yeah, one more on that row. I know this is probably really boring. But this is a board I've been meaning to get to for a long time, and it was never sitting around when I had an empty workbench, so I figured why not just take care of it. Let's see, we gotta do the bottom 6 on that row. Nope. Don't clog up on me now. That's good. Excuse me. Should probably get a fume extractor. 2 and then 5 through 8. So this is a board that somebody tried to swap the RAM out, and I tried to take all of the RAM chips out with, I think, a heat gun, and they couldn't get all the solder out, so they asked me to help them. And I've had this sitting here way too long, so I should just get it done and get it back to them. Let's see, one more on that row. That one does not want to clear. What the hell? Okay. Let's see if I can clear the last few on here. That one needs it. And that one needs it. All right, see you later, Rudy, if you haven't already left. Have fun. Moo and fart. Did I clear all these? Oh, there's a few right there I missed. I'm almost done. I think this thing's clogging up, though. Yeah, it's clogged up. Turn off. Okay. It's a little hot. Give me that. I'm gonna have to clean that. Get out of the way. That's pretty hot. Let me see if I can use something to grab it rather than burning my finger off. There we go. Okay. That back in there. Put this back in here. Okay. And then put this guy back in here. Get back in your home. You know you want to be in your home. Okay, let's see if that works. need to clear. Let's try this. Why isn't it working? What did I do wrong? Oh, that's why I don't solder on streams, because I always screw it up. Whatever I'm doing. Yeah. It's in there, right? Why doesn't it work? Sounds right. Doesn't work anymore. I broke it. Now it won't even vacuum. Doesn't work. What did I do wrong? I don't get it. Is this part's... I don't know what this is. Is this just solder? I guess. I must have screwed something up. Oh, that's where that caps lock key went. Okay, so I broke this, and now I'm not sure if I'm missing a piece or if I just broke it. There's a whole bunch of loose solder in here. Try cleaning it out. Where'd that thingy go? There's a thingy. I don't know where it is now. I don't know where. Does this fit? No. All right, let's see if that does anything. I don't know, maybe. I made a big mess here. Doesn't work. What the fuck? This is pissing me off. Yeah, it just doesn't have suction anymore. Why not? Let me try something. Piece of crap. Don't understand. Why do you want to do this? Are you gonna melt? No, it's not suctioning. It's melting, but it's not suctioning. All right, well, I give up. That's the end of the stream. I'm gonna lose my temper, so thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you later.